Friday afternoon. Well, we have some good news. Some people are probably going to say, duh, we already knew that, but here we go. Number one, I am healthy. I do not have diabetes type 2, so we probably already knew that. Triglycerides are a little high. Shake my chair here. It seems like I'm always driving over something. Anyway, at 154 instead of 150 for the triglycerides. The HDL cholesterol is at 32. The LDL cholesterol, better known as bad cholesterol, is in check at about 80. Was it 85? Yeah, something like 85. That's not bad. Yeah. And now the thing that's probably the news that probably more people probably care more about than anything else is the fact is that, yes, Naomi, who is an advanced practicing registered nurse, has agreed to try to get me case management support as I so requested. So I'm very happy about that because she said that she's going to put a request in for services because she says, given your situation, you're what they call homebound, which because your eyesight and your knee makes you more likely not to be able to get outside because you can't drive a car anyway. So you pretty much depend to get things done at home, like food deliveries and stuff like that, which is true. We do use a lot of delivery services such as Walmart, Amazon, Instacart, Postal Service. Yeah. So she said you should be eligible to receive case management. I don't know why you don't get it. So she's gonna try to find out what the story is. Also, she agreed to try to get me into psychotherapy as I also requested. So we're gonna see if that's done there. Some people are probably going, big deal. Well, actually, it is a big deal. I talked to Naomi very quickly, but because she was so far behind, because she was behind like a patient. It came late, which kind of totally threw her schedule off. That's why she didn't see Michelle for about almost a whole half hour later. And she was polite to me. She said, Lumi, right now I don't have time to talk with you too, because I'm behind schedule. But if you guys are concerned that we can get you a therapist, we can get you that. So you can talk to a therapist. So I said, that's fine. I didn't get a chance to talk to them, but I did talk to Krista about some of the stuff that I saw before the APRN came in. So I think that was really interesting that Krista was nice enough to come in with Michelle to attest and can verify what was said. And I'm very glad to see that Michelle is finally going to get the assistance that she's been sorely seeking for years. Well, Mrs. Miller, how you doing? Okay. No, she's not. She's not an abuser. Yeah, Feliz Navidad, Senora. Feliz Navidad, Senora. Yeah. I'm just gonna say is that it's a step in the right direction. And so we'll see how that goes. So, of course, they said, what we want to do is we want to have a visiting nurse check out your apartment. I said, that's absolutely fine. I have no problem with that. Because they said they want to assess and see where exactly you needed help. I said, I can tell you right now where I need the help. It's cleaning my damn bathroom. because my bathroom is so tight, I can't even get in there to clean it the right way. I cannot because of my knee damage. Naomi attested the knee damage and said, it looks like you also may have some damage to your ankles too. I said, interesting. So she's gonna, we're gonna get the help we need. Oh yeah, the weight is, pretty much stable for me. 280 pounds, 282 pounds for me is pretty much baseline. So it's, I got any fatter or skinnier. I guess no change is good change. So we will see how that works. Also, Atticus of Fish Tank talked to me briefly after he had talked to Gidgy and Tiger Kitty, and we are working out a something that's going to be beneficial for me in the sense that, unlike the regular Fish Tank system, we're going to work something where I continue to pretty much maintain my own channel content. It's not going to be like Fish Tank. It's going to be very different. Also tomorrow, the new coffee cup is coming. The one I talked about. Anyway, so that's good. I mean, Michelle's holding around. In fact, if anything, I'm proud of the fact is that Michelle is still kicking ass after all these many years of abuse that she has been there from the very beginning, and she is being successful. But now finally she got somebody in the medical field that is willing to push the buttons to get the proper things that she has been asking for years. By the way, Cassandra wants to come for the convocation. She told me openly. I said, you're absolutely are welcome to come for the convocation if that's what you want. She said, I've never seen it. She said, it sounds really cool from when I saw the videos, and I want to be part of it. And I said, you will be more than welcome. You and Noodles can come up here for the convocation on the 20th. That's not any decent. I was like 3 days. 3 days. 3 days. Don't make any sense. Be kind. Bye. What have you been asking for besides citizenship? We haven't talked about citizenship for me or money. We've talked about getting Michelle the assistance she needs, that she has asked for staff advocate, case manager for so long. Something that had been furloughed for decades. Nothing bad to say about that. Okay, let's get the panel open. You bet. Let's get the panel open. FRP is the link today. FRP is the link. So let's see who shows up today. Yes, the panel is open now. FRP. FRP, Gaming Fairy. It's not exactly Michelle's finances Michelle needs help with it. Life. We all know that Michelle is very capable of managing her dollars and cents. It's the other things that she runs into, such as housing advocacy, support with getting her assistance with cleaning her home, assistance to find new homes. We already talked about this. This is not new. It's not her finances. Michelle can manage her own budget just fine. She is, of course, a business major, which is true. Well, it's documented. It's verified. I have witness to everything that was said. And as I said, I invited Chris to join me in with the consultation and with the follow-up on my medical file. And so Kristen now knows that I'm telling you the truth. So the case management team usually works with people who are what they call homebound. And because of my knee injury, and the fact is that I don't have a car, and I don't have a lot of people I travel with or work with, Naomi says you would be eligible under the homebound program because you are homebound. No one's asking to delete your character. No one's asking to delete anything. By the way, speaking of drones, Galaxy Eyes, I saw your piece shortly on going on down in your area of California about drones. And there have also been drones flying over Arizona as well. The latest information that we have, depending on who you talk to, but more and more of it is consistently pointing to the same thing. This secret unknown organization that's a branch of our government is looking for nuclear dirty bombs where nuclear material has been stolen and they're trying to scan with gamma ray detectors looking for these bombs material of the uranium, plutonium, and other materials that were stolen and originally were part of a suitcase nuke system. Does Gaming Fairy have a link to the panel? I don't know. I think she does, but I will send it to her anyway just to make sure. Okay, let's just copy this for Gaming Fairy. If she wants to come up, send this to you. So these dirty bombs are apparently out there in the wild. And so there's been a concentrated effort to find these things because of the concern of them falling in the wrong hands and causing serious problems if evil people fall into the wrong hands. Okay, so if there is indeed dirty bombs falling into the wrong hands, okay, I see a message from Stan CT as well. He's talking about a coin that he lost out on. That's something that, but this gun for an insane amount of money. Which reports that. So why didn't the government say that instead of acting like they don't know? Because the Biden administration isn't very coordinated at getting things clearly stated to the people. Plus, they didn't want to alarm anyone, which clearly backfired. Instead of saying is, we're looking for some materials. They could have said that much. But then they might get some people triggered. Or they could have said, this is a government operation, and that civilians do not need to worry about them. However, there's other drone or things in the sky that are not normal. There's orbs. Now, these orbs are not drones. At least not human drones, anyway. So these orbs are kind of clashing with the drones. Okay, here's Gaming Fear right there. Good morning, how you doing?
Good morning.
All right, let me set it up so you can co-host this, so you can, because Tiger's not here to help in case I missed the ding-dongs. Okay. And also you have the ability to annotate anything in the new, or in the, thing there, so you can literally doodle all over the chat. That's your thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to try something here. We noticed that last night. Click back to. Fascinating. That's what that does. All right. Remember last night in the way of gaming, and I said the closed captions disappeared?
Yeah.
Well, actually, let me show you what I'm talking about when I say the closed captions, because we're gonna show her that. Let's see, how can I show that? I'll show you as a shared screen. Let's like see this here. Okay, so I'm gonna go to present something else. I'm gonna share a whole screen, and okay. Now you see when I talk now, you'll see. Okay, so you'll see when I saw that black box on the top. That's the chat phone every time you speak. Say, for example, speak something.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see the text.
So obviously, if I'm playing the game and that captions disappear, you probably heard immediately how I became suddenly very stupid.
It gets very hectic.
Yeah. It's just really weird. It is. So, let me just show this to the rest of the audience too, since there's nothing confidential. So what we're talking about here is over here on the top of the screen. Whenever somebody on the panel talks, there is also another closed caption that's built into Chrome or YouTube or into Google Meets as well. But when someone talks, everything that they say comes up on a bubble like this on the screen. And last night, when we were playing the game, that disappeared, and there was no backup chat communications on the bottom to look for. And so because of that, I couldn't hear what was going on, and I was totally lost.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. And So she couldn't be just in a shadow. Man spoke to Trump too much. Christmas stocking stuffers. Kimmy Berry is cute. Yes, she is very cute. And she's very nice and she's very friendly. And she's a wonderful person and she does wonderful things and has been going out of her way to enjoy having fun with me and Red and even Brian K. And it's been a good time. Yesterday we tried doing some things in Redbridge because I have some higher level stuff I gotta do, and unfortunately, she's not quite up to snuff there. So unfortunately, by herself, she's mincemeat. With us, three of us, she can keep her alive, and she can help us to achieve the goal of completing the missions.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm so low that literally one hit from something level 15.
Right, I know what you said. You said she's hot. I agree that she is hot. But I don't want.
Oh, I agree with Grinch. All the ladies here are hot.
I think all ladies are hot. I saw a picture, a snapshot someone took of me that kind of shows my better side, and you know, I think it's interesting how all this stuff that seems to be going on seems to have this strange kind of stuff going on. If that makes any sense. What do you mean? Like my channel is growing really very quickly, and in fact, some ways, I'm actually very surprised how fast my channel's growing.
Yeah, you're getting a lot. Like you're already almost at 5K, and you're just at 4, like 2 weeks ago.
I'm almost 5,000 people.
Yeah.
I wasn't even expecting to hit 5,000 people until maybe March. So how long before YouTube will give you a case manager? I don't know.
I actually don't know about that. I think it might be you have to have 10,000 subs, but I could be wrong.
I heard someone said 100,000 subs.
Oh, well, see, that's whenever you get like a personalized one. But once you hit like 10K, then you get kind of like a group, like one person will be over a number of people. But as soon as you get monetized, you already get priority chat. So if something does go wrong or you have a question, you'll get answered faster than your average person.
You mean instead of the generic level 1 feedback support? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And once you get a case manager, you get a phone number you can call and say, hey, what's going on with this?
Yeah.
And I think that's a major thing. But I've heard from people who have that, they said sometimes their case managers are not much better than the customer service that you deal with. Because they really want you to just try to market yourself and sell more product and stuff like that, which doesn't bother me. What's this? I could listen to that Southern drawl all day. She has a cute voice. She has a really nice voice. I mean, you got a lot. You got a lot of pink in your room, besides your light source. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a red light. Gotta have Christmas colored light. The green made it look weird, so I've got red on.
Yeah. Unless you want to look like the Grinch, right?
Yeah. We already got the can't take his place.
Or you can look like blue like a Smurf.
Oh yeah. I think Smurfs are cute.
I like Smurfs too. I like the Lady Smurf there. Smurfette.
I do too. I think Smurfs are pretty.
Yeah.
No, Grinch, I'm not saying that. We do
Yeah.
say yeehaw. Yeehaw! She's a skinwalker. Who are you talking about? I'm a skinwalker.
She's not a skinwalker. So I think you're talking about someone from Skinwalker Ranch, which is in Nevada.
Hey, that place is creepy. I've seen a lot of shows about that. Would you go there?
No.
I would. I would. I would totally go and try to investigate it.
I don't know. I mean, maybe visit it with the appropriate people that know the right people to make sure we get in there safely, especially at night. There's been some really weird stuff at the Skinwalker Ranch. I don't really know what the latest stories with Skinwalker Ranch is, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I haven't heard. I haven't seen any
Have
news
you
shows on it.
ever visited Homeless Mike's old tent site? No. Well, first of all, it's really physically hard to get there, and I think someone else is living there now. Possibly, yeah. Um,
Hey, Parasolo, we were just talking about doing paranormal investigations, and then you came in. Perfect time. Talking about Skinwalker Ranch.
yeah. So as far as homeless tent, I don't think they took it down from that place. I think it's still set up there.
Who's Homeless Mike?
Homeless Mike was a nice guy that died from hypothermia about 2 years ago.
Oh, no.
It's more than 2
Awful.
years ago, Michelle. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, not too far from right. 2 years ago. Chris said, Michelle, I missed you today. You didn't go live. We were supposed to. And I was worried about you. It's because I had a doctor's appointment. If you remember, I mentioned it yesterday that I had a doctor's appointment today. And
Yeah, did that go well?
was in chat a few. No, he wasn't. Homeless Mike has passed away over 2 years ago. I was at his memorial on the park at the park, and it's kind of a shame that he suffered and froze to death. I'm not attacking you. Don't worry about it, Gritch.
Okay.
So,
Tara, if you go there, then you have to take me and Michelle with you, so that way we can help you.
what do you mean the
No,
skin?
Michelle said she doesn't want to go. Yeah, the Skinwalker Ranch.
Well, let's see. You'd have to take the Amtrak, I believe, to Nevada, and then you'd have to hire a local car to get out there. It's in a very arid desert area of Nevada. It's not at all close to Area 51, but it's. So you would have to hire a car if you don't have. It's not near Area 51. That's near Roswell, New Mexico. Oh no, that's near not Roswell. Is it Rachel, Nevada? Area 51 is, of course, very famous as is the Skinwalker Ranch. Definitely more so than the Skinwalker Ranch. Well, so what do you think about? Well, let's talk about something a little different now. Something that YouTube just reminded me that they're trying to do now. They're adding support for personal pronouns. something I never really gave much thought to. Okay, somebody else wants to come up. It's Noodles. All right, oh man, look at him on here. Oh, you got him. Okay, how you doing, Noodles?
Okay. Apologize to me right now, Gaming Fairy. Apologize to me right now.
Oh, already did. You don't get to. You don't get to. Already did in my stream. You don't get to.
So Cassandra wants to come up here for the convocation, Noodles. Are you gonna be able to do that?
No, Michelle, no. Don't worry about that.
No, I said she can come up here. I invited her up here. She said she wants to come up.
No, so Michelle, this is this girl. I'm gonna explain this girl to you. I bring her over to my house, Michelle. She starts crying. I can't imagine if we went to your house and she started crying. She maybe drove her all the way back to fucking Harlem. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Why would she start crying?
She wants.
I understand that, but
But you say this, and then next weekend you're going to go pick her back up.
Well, okay, Gaming Fairy, what do you want me to do? I'm trying to get laid.
I don't know.
Gaming Fairy, come out here and please me. I don't know. Calm me down with those lips and those hips.
Oh my God. Hips don't lie.
Yeah.
Can be a girl. Oh God, Grinch.
So anyway, Noodles, I'm good and healthy. Actually, which is good news. And finally, the APR.
It was probably all that expired stovetop stuffing you ate right before you went to the doctor.
Oh, I'm totally fine. That's just it. My blood pressure was a little high because I had coffee this morning, but that's about it. My blood sugar is normal. My triglycerides are like 4 points high, but that's all. Blood pressure, other than the coffee I had, was normal. My HDL is normal. My LDL is normal.
All right, so I'm no doctor, Michelle, right?
I know.
And just you know what I mean? Like I kind of feel like just by looking at you that there's other issues there that maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're the epitome of health.
Well, Naomi said she's going to try to give me a case manager. She wants to have a nurse come over and check out the house. She says technically you're what they call homebound, which is kind of true.
Why don't you just consider yourself a homebody, Michelle? Just say homebody.
Yeah,
you know?
That's what they call it, homebound. When this case meaning that a person doesn't really have the ability to get out of the house much for whatever reason. Especially after my knee injury, and you know that.
God, Gaming Fairy, what are you doing today?
Yeah, we need to get you on some yoga that you can do in your house.
So what she's going to try to do is to get case manager for me to help me find better accommodations if necessary, or give me the assistance I need for things like cleaning. Because obviously I cook my own food and everything, so that's not the problem. They said there are things I can't clean because I can't bend down. I can't really get into my bathroom. It's too narrow. It's too small. I can't get in there.
Galaxy Eyes, let me put a white baby inside of you, Galaxy Eyes.
Yeah.
Good morning.
No, I know we all do comedy flu. My weight's stable, hasn't gone up any. So that's good.
No more babies.
Good for you, Michelle. Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't find anything that was crazy bad.
Thyroid's good too, by the way, because I do take thyroid hormones. So I mean, I'm not at all in bad shape. I'm not the big condemned wreck everybody thinks I am.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. Is it Stelladora or Stelladoro? The cookies. Stelladora or Stelladoro? Because I'm starting to have
Dora.
Stelladora. Yeah. Like, why is everyone saying Doro? Like, I felt like I was last night. I was previewing these, or showing everyone these Stelladora almond cookies that are absolutely amazing. And people were like, "It's Stelladoro." I'm like, maybe I'm having a Mandela effect thing, but I'm pretty sure it's Stelladora.
Never even heard of it.
I don't think I've had too many of those, but I've certainly had a lot of Mrs. Fields chocolate chip cookies when I was working in American food courts. So, and TCBY yogurt. Yes, that is not the
I've never
sugar-free
heard of
yogurt.
these cookies. What are those?
I'm gonna have a Stelladora right now.
They don't sell those here.
Show us the pack.
I know, Michelle.
I want to see what they look like.
You don't have Stelladora cookies on the West Coast?
No.
Really?
On the East
I just
Coast.
Googled it. I've never seen those in my life.
So good.
Have you ever heard of a Stroop waffle?
Mrs. Fields
A what?
cookies, though, was a
Yes.
national thing. I don't know.
Mhm.
Those are good.
They're really, really good.
I like those with coffee.
Yeah, they're like a big round cookie, and it's like a super thin waffle with like caramel in the middle. And
Oh
you
yeah,
put
you
it
get
in
them at
hot
7-Eleven. Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Stoop waffles.
I watched a review on it.
RP.
Oh,
F
memberships.
R
Gidgy gifted memberships.
Oh,
Thank you,
Gigi.
Gucci, for renewing.
Thank
Much
you.
appreciated. Thank you,
Yay,
FRP. Another membership was gifted out. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. FRP.
I don't know, but we're about to find out.
So, Gucci, it's FRP.
Yeah, come on up.
And
Hi,
yes,
Comedy.
my doctor said that my APRN, because Dr. Lee moved to practice in New Jersey, so that they have an APRN right now working in her
Noodles,
place.
what was up with all this drama for the last 2 days?
Hi, Comedy. How you doing?
Sure, they're getting laid. Like, dude, I don't know.
No, I mean, there's like, the whole community fell apart for 2 days.
No, it didn't. It was exciting.
felt like
for
it
2 days.
did.
Everyone loved it. Come on.
It felt like it fell apart for 2 days.
You want to know why
No.
it's never going to fall apart? You want to know why? Comedy Club?
Why?
Because everyone here has nowhere else to go.
Oh, okay.
Trust me. No, I'm gonna be. You know how many times Red has left and come back? Brian K.
He loves
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, it's about love. It's not about anything.
Who's
bitches.
Laura?
I've tried too. It doesn't work.
I don't know, Michelle. I asked. I have no fucking
What did
idea.
you try, Galaxy?
To leave.
What's that?
Galaxy, I've tried too many times. Trust me. I won't admit it. I will not admit it out loud how many times I've thought about leaving. And it's just, I don't know. That's what I told this woman in private yesterday. I was talking to her and I told her, look, I don't know what it is about your fat ass that I love so much, but you are the most unique individual I have
It's a
ever met
fucking
in my
magnet.
life. Now, first of all, I
Literally.
need everyone to be very quiet for a minute. Michelle, I need to talk to you, Lumi, and Carmen. Is everyone ready?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Okay, all right.
thank
Is Lumi
you.
here?
By the
Lumi,
way,
you here?
Lumi also introduced herself briefly to Naomi today also. But
Who the fuck
Naomi,
is
which
Naomi?
was so behind impatient, said nicely is, Lumi, I don't have time to
Hi.
say hi right now because I got so many other
Jesus.
patients to talk to. I know that you want Michelle to get therapy. And she said, yeah, we need Michelle to get therapy. I said, this is getting ridiculous. She said, well,
Okay,
I'm going to be
right.
trying to get you guys the therapist.
Good deal. Yep, she's dying to get your ass out of there at that point. I get it. Okay, so let me talk to you real quick. You keep saying your doctor told you you're healthy. Your doctor said you're doing great. Your doctor
Yes, my
said
vitals
you have
are
nothing to
not
worry about.
fine.
So
And also, I asked
Doc-
Kristen to come with me, kind of like how many flu has
Michelle Marie Delaney, Lumi, and Finestra, I need you all to listen to me. Was this a real doctor or was
Hi,
this
Toodles.
a doctor's
advanced
aide?
practicing registered nurse because they don't have an actual
So
doctor
a
on staff
nurse
right now.
practitioner told you. So, ladies and gentlemen of the audience, I just wanted to prove my point. There is not a doctor in the world that would tell Michelle she's healthy. We all know she's overweight.
Excuse me, but actually, last time Michelle saw Dr. Lee, she said to Michelle as well last year. She said, Michelle, this is when she last saw Dr. Lee. She said, you're doing all so good with your vitals.
That you're healthy. You are not healthy. There's nobody here that's going to tell you you're healthy, Michelle. You need to lose weight. All right.
Well, she didn't say anything about not losing weight. But
you're right. She didn't, Michelle, because let me tell you how the program works, darling. You're seeing a not a licensed medical doctor, because they know they can get your ass in and out of there with a simple blood panel, which is the numbers you read off. Just a simple, basic CBC with an A1 is what you have.
They did.
I know
they did all the standard
medicine too.
All right, hold on, Gidgey, can you hold on while I just try to explain something? She didn't say anything about Michelle's weight. Michelle already knows that. Dr. Lee talked to Michelle about her weight last year when she was here. And she said, even though you're overweight, your blood work is also good. Your metabolic profile is fine.
Right. Nobody's saying that. Right. There are lots of fat people that have decent blood work until they don't, because the fat finally catches up. It finally clocks.
Well, triglycerides actually went down.
You want to talk to me about fat people? Because I lost my mom to it. Galaxy lost her dad to it. All right? I'm just being straight up honest with you. Any fucking medical professional that is telling you that you are healthy is fucking horrid.
What she means is that
Michelle, I want you to be healthy. I want you to lose the weight so you're around.
Oh.
Rant over.
The weight's stable, too. That did not go up.
She's fine.
The weight did not go up.
Michelle, the need is to come down. It's not to stay where you are, Michelle. You're killing yourself slowly. I understand food brings you joy. I understand it's something to do when you're bored. Michelle, we all care about you. And the one thing I can't stand for, I'll put up with Carmen, I'll put up with Lumi, I'll put up with anything, but I cannot handle you saying you're healthy when you are this overweight. I love you enough to be honest about this.
Right. I'm being honest about it.
You're not being honest. You're talking about how happy you are and how healthy you are.
Michelle, I've never been that heavy, even with a baby.
Until you get it through your head.
I was always heavy as a child.
But until you get it through your head that this is killing you, you're not going to stop. Michelle, I was fat. I get made fun of all the time. You saw me yesterday. I have loose neck skin. I have loose skin. Michelle, it sucks. But I was fat. And I'm not fat anymore. I'm still, okay, I'm a little fluffy, all right? I'm a little fluffy. I could lose weight. But Michelle, I want you to understand that there's so much more to life than food. And we're killing ourselves with food. We're killing ourselves with the quantity of food.
All right, one at a time. Noodles was trying to say something. Go ahead, Noodles.
I'm sorry.
No, his phone was ringing. He's good.
Oh, okay.
I don't think anybody's going to interrupt this conversation, unfortunately, Michelle.
No, we're all agreeing with you. We're nodding our head yes silently.
Look, we love you, and
I want to see Gidgey's loose skin.
Our blood work is good, which is good. That means it's a joke that someone was trying to pick on me. And they said,
I want to see it now. You already told us that it's there. I want to see it all. I want to see the loose skin.
Yeah. But look, I love Michelle, and I want
Let's
Michelle.
Just shake it like a turkey.
Yeah, let's see you wiggle some loose skin.
I don't want Michelle to. Michelle, I want you to gobble with me. I want us to gobble together.
Ooh, gobble.
Gobble, gobble.
And you know what? You know what you have to do, Michelle? You don't have to stop eating anything you eat now. You don't. All you have to do is portion control.
They're not exactly saying to go out there and eat an entire birthday cake by yourself. They're not saying that.
No. Well, thank God. Now, in all fairness, now that I had my rant, let's be honest though, Carmen, it has really gotten her to move, and excuse me.
And I'm going to keep pushing Michelle to keep moving on.
And that's why I am all for Carmen, because Carmen is all for healthy Michelle. And healthy Michelle is living a long time, and is a happy Michelle. The more weight she loses, the more energy she's going to have. We always call her lazy.
I should make some brownies.
And stop it. We always call her, I always say, Michelle, you're lazy. Michelle, you're this. Michelle, you sleep too much. Michelle, you know why? Because she's not eating right? And it takes all of us to help. And I just want you
bucket
to know
of fried chicken. I love it.
Yeah, okay. All right, fine. Look, she can have a few pieces of fried chicken. That cabbage stew diet is amazing.
You do realize that was almost a year ago, right? Not quite a year ago, Michelle, but it was
8 months ago. Yeah,
it was about 7 months ago.
Bucket of chicken. Since Carmen's really been around, I have not seen her be glutton, right? Like full on the way she used to. Now she still eats too much, right? But it's not, she can wheel it in. And this weight will slowly fall off, right? Because it didn't come on overnight, Michelle. It's not going to come off.
I know it's not going to come off overnight. No one said it was
good. The reason for the weight loss, not the weight loss.
Oh, got it.
She has lost a few pounds. She really, truly has. If you look at her maybe it's moved around.
I can tell. I see some old videos that pop up of you, Michelle, and I can tell.
Yeah. If you guys go back and watch a video of Michelle 9 years ago, you'll see thin
you can
Michelle.
See it in her face.
Yes, you can. Yes, first place you see it. And she looked, oh my God. Just think about how pretty she looks now without the weight.
Yeah, and if you were to keep going, damn, Michelle.
Well, Andrew, last one's come up on the panel. It's FRP.
Hi, Andrew. Good morning.
It wouldn't mean as much to her if I said it was her, even though we all know it was her.
Well, people are going to misconstrue your words, Gidget. They're going to say you're calling Michelle fat because that's how they are. So it doesn't matter.
I did call her fat. I did. So
no, I know, but they're going to think that that's what you're doing this whole time. Like, you fat.
I love Michelle. I love my Michelle. And you know what? I wouldn't have said it to her if I don't want her around for many, many years.
Toodles, half the fun is the skin on the chicken. I mean, I would order just chicken skin if I could.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Gaming Fair, I am really trying.
Give me a bucket of chicken skins.
And losing the weight and avoiding
that. It does taste good. Why is that? Why does the skin taste so good?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
God damn it. Please stop talking about chicken. I want, Michelle calls Michelle
skin's awesome.
Oh God, I want chicken now. Please shut up. Please, can we talk
healthy?
Let's
get a bucket of fried chicken, everybody.
Let's
go get a fried chicken. Let's go get a fried chicken.
You guys, Michelle, you know what? Remember showing you. Michelle, remember I was showing you at Walmart.
One at a time, guys. This is getting confusing.
Michelle, I was showing you at Walmart the cookies
Extra skin,
yesterday.
I like chicken.
The cookies that I was showing you. Y'all know those like cake cookies that have that thick icing on them? You know what I'm talking about? And they come tin in a little plastic container.
Anybody who don't like skin, I'll take your skins.
Those are the ones that Noodles had.
Okay, well they're normally like $6. Walmart clearance them for $1 a container.
Ooh, exactly, Andrew. Andrew knows what he's talking about. I'll take a whole bucket of skins.
Tina got called out. Now she's afraid to show. We all get called out. Everybody, I don't know what she got called out for, but we all get, so what? Fucking move on. Who cares? We all forget. Look, I just yelled at Michelle. Michelle forgives me. Michelle knows it's out of love. If somebody says something, it's out of love. Tina,
don't forget Michelle even called herself a
Tina's
fat fuck.
associated with molasses. She can stay where she is. Thanks.
Never mind.
I don't even know why that is, because Tina and molasses were fighting, so I don't even get that. It's like her for dirt.
That didn't take long. I wonder why.
I just think Tina doesn't know where she belongs or what's, I think
maybe she shouldn't have been talking about me behind my back. Huh.
Not you. What?
Not me. What?
I'm a Michelle. I like my Galaxy a lot.
Thanks,
did y'all see the video she put on her fucking channel last night? Scared the shit out of me. Fuck you. Don't do that.
They're real drones. See, mine aren't like Noodles where you can clearly tell they're playing.
Either one or the thing too that you keep forgetting that with Michelle would stand CT. I've been trying new food for Michelle, which has been good. Notice
Wait,
it's
she's a
not
scam
your
penis?
typical American garbage. It was Brazilian
that.
food, plantains, rice, healthy
Yes.
things.
And it was that. Remember, you had that seaweed and raw tomatoes. You never eat raw tomatoes.
That's kale.
Carmen got her to eat tomatoes.
I never
Yeah,
ate,
like
I
a-
never ate raw
and throw
tomatoes
some
before.
spinach in there.
But you ate you ate the raw
Might
tomatoes
as well
with
throw some
rice
greens in there.
and lettuce. You could have made a homemade salad. I wasn't sure what it was. I just
look
threw
what
everything
Chris
at it.
Bliss just said, Michelle. Look what Chris just said.
I have to say I've been watching Michelle for years, and this is a healthy as she's looked. Thank you very much, Chris.
Look,
I
it's a
really
ceiling.
appreciate that. You're right.
And a cigarette.
And that brings up another question too. In the past, everybody said I was evil, but I'm not evil. I'm not here to cause evil. No, I need you in my life, just like I need Lumi.
Noodles, I do have a real question. Did you at least get laid out of this whole scenario?
Yeah. You got laid.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Good.
You fucking people need to chill the fuck out. It's my dick.
Well, yes,
Well, you're the one
because
saying
we
it
are
doesn't get
going
wet
out
all
more,
the time, so
Andrew.
I don't know
You're
what you're talking
absolutely
about.
right.
I know, but like everyone's like telling me, like, oh, like chill out. Just getting laid. Dumping creams inside fucking pies.
Yeah, making cream pies. You can look it up.
I actually totally do love plantains and cassava, and I do, and I love a lot of the Brazilian food. They just do. I don't know what.
Cassava. Is that a flower? Is that cassava flour?
Notice, did you read what Gaming Fairy just said? You lost your chance with E.
Where
the fuck is
it's
E?
made out of the yucca root.
Yeah, where is E?
Go ahead, Michelle.
I would have bent E over in the middle of fucking Park Avenue and dumped tons of fucking semen inside of E.
I love buffet. Who could go? Not buffet food. Appetizers. When you guys go out to eat, I swear to God, I could just sit and eat appetizers because I can never pick because at least two of them always look good. And like the inner fat chick comes out in me, and I'm like, ooh, you know.
Imagine if chicken skins was an appetizer. Yum.
I could just eat. Well, aren't pork skins like chicken skins?
No, chicken skins are way different than pork skins. Pork rinds kind of smell like dead bodies, actually.
What? I love pork rinds. Shush.
They're delicious, but smell them. They stink like fucking what the hell?
I can't smell them. I can't, because here in Texas we get fresh one. No, I can't smell them because it's too. Yeah, no. When the hair and stuff is on them, it's too much for me. I can't.
Take a good whiff and see what it really.
No.
It tastes yummy, but just imagine what it actually smells like.
I haven't either, JoJo, and it sounds so good. I eat cottage cheese.
I never had cottage cheese. I had cream cheese. Never had cottage cheese.
Can I do that?
Yeah, let's have a poll. Michelle, make a poll about that right there. What Noah's Ark said.
What? Come on, guys.
I like that poll. I want to see how many women would actually fuck you, Noodles.
Put a 1 in chat if you would have sex with Noodles. A 1 in chat if you would have sex with Noodles.
Bradley would have sex with Noodles. So what are you talking about?
So I was in the Discord today. You know who Sammy is over there? Sammy was like, hey, Noodles, I just want to let you know I would have had sex with you, but since you did it with Cassandra, I will never touch you.
Oh, my God.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So,
Did that hurt?
yeah.
I see a 0 in chat, and then Gidgy even put never, Noodles, so I don't know.
Okay.
No one gets upset when...
Say never to Chris Bliss. I would never get upset when he and
that's
Michelle
too bad. You scared him off now.
That would be kind of interesting.
You made him sad, Gidgy.
Chris Bliss to eat to every restaurant, Brazilian restaurant in Connecticut. I don't know if that would happen that way, but the idea would be is to shoot pieces of video and just basically just to put it to the words of eating our way through Brazil.
I love to watch you eat the Brazilian food and try new things that you would never normally try, like at the buffets.
Brazilians get Galaxy Eyes' favorite food.
Absolutely. And also,
Yeah.
you notice too is that
It's all
Michelle
about the
is not
Brazilian meat
eating.
in her
Michelle,
mouth.
when she's at those places, it's not saying, "Oh no, I'm just gonna eat the standard fare."
No, that's what I love. You're not afraid to try anything. Like you were putting everything on your plate, and you didn't even realize that you were putting all this.
I didn't even know what half the stuff was. I was just like, "Oh, this
It
looks
was
interesting.
so cool.
Put some of this on
And
here."
then you ended up- yeah. No, that's so. I loved that. That's so cool. I will never say I don't love watching you eat. You are so fun to watch eat.
Especially
Yeah.
that whole bucket of chicken.
Oh, you could
No,
see it was a
that's not
Brazilian
fun.
mukbang.
Yeah. And it wasn't even a mukbang. You ate very healthy that day. You had a plate of food. You took a plate home, which was
Right.
good. You didn't go home and eat it. You saved it for the next day. You ate very healthy that night, Michelle.
That's
all I'm
because
saying.
I want Michelle
Don't
to eat healthy,
overeat.
and I've been telling her, don't go crazy.
Yeah. Exactly. That's all you have to do. You don't have to stop eating anything. Everything you eat, you can still eat your donuts, your everything. Instead of 2 donuts, eat 1 donut. Boom. Problem solved.
And a
Nobody
brownie.
can fall
Right
off.
now, Michelle is
No.
eating 0 donuts because she hasn't been walking down the cummies. She hasn't been
I'm proud
down
of you.
it.
I'm very proud of you.
It's
She is losing weight. She is losing weight. It's slow. Look, you guys aren't. We see her every day. We're not going to notice it. It may only be a pound or 2.
If
But
you
I'm
go
telling
back,
you,
if you go
she's losing
back
weight.
and look at Michelle, even in May, she was losing weight into starting
Red, I
to
just
do
gave it to her pretty
dancing
hard
and stuff
about the
like
weight.
that.
She knows. She knows. I just kind of reminded her in an ugly way.
Sure is here.
It is hard. It is hard. Yeah. No,
And I
for sure.
also
And this is
suggested
the
to
tough time of
Attica
year.
something which Carmen would agree with me on. I said, if I would love a fish tank, I would be willing to do this with fish tank if you're willing to help me find a samba dance school for the disabled in the United States where we can learn how to do a better samba dance with my abilities. I want to improve
We
my
could
skills.
find that online, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
Battered tilapia's the best.
Tilapia.
I
That's
am not a fish person. Yes, it's the daily
oh, the
habit.
fish. Yes, I had some of that too. Yeah, we had fish too.
Did you ever eat at Long John Silver's? Because if you haven't, you're missing out.
Of course I have. I mean, not many.
Well, that's the most delicious fish on earth.
I'm not a fish person. I mean, I've eaten there
I had
like probably
tilapia.
30
It's
years
good.
ago. But I'm not a fish person. I never have been, and it's a shame because I live on the Gulf, right? We have some of the most amazing red snapper and I mean, all kinds of great fish out here, you know. And it's just never appealed to me. I love shrimp. I like lobster. I like crab. Love crab. But
it's funny
you know,
you should mention
crab's
the kind of
concerned.
seafood that I personally try to avoid is lobster and crab and clams.
Really? Okay.
I
Well,
just don't feel comfortable eating those things. I've had shrimp.
Yes,
I've had popcorn
good
shrimp
old
before.
LDS.
I've
Yum,
had
yum,
obviously
yum.
deveined shrimp before. That's good, but
Oh, yeah. I thought I was allergic to shrimp.
Shrimp's delicious.
Lobster's amazing. I love lobster.
No, thank you. It tastes like
I
chili
like
dog.
flounder. I like haddock. I've had a few other types of fish. Tilapia.
I've been told to try haddock. I've heard haddock is very good.
Yeah.
All whitefish is good, Gidgy. That's all you need to know. Just ask, is it whitefish? Then you eat it.
Yeah. All right. Bradley wants to come up. Let's him on. Okay. Hello, Bradley. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Bradley. He probably don't know he's muted.
Yeah, I know. Just getting ready to talk.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How's everyone?
Brad, that was pretty
we're
funny.
living
You
our
told
whole
Noodles he
in
missed
there.
his chance.
Yeah, us Marylanders, we're all about blue crab.
Oh, yes. I love blue crab. Wait, what? I won? I won! Buy one, get one. Well, then I didn't win. It's buy one, get one free. So it's really not that good of a deal, is
You win
it?
if you buy.
Yeah, but
Speaking of
Who needs
Tiger,
two?
she's not here right now. At least I don't see her in the chat.
I just
I'm
got
back.
off work.
Oh, yeah. Well, Andrew, Fishbones is reasonable for your lizard. Depending on the fish and how it's treated, you could get with a lot of little teeny bones in fish. That's absolutely true. Some fish have smaller bones than others.
Go, baby,
Yo,
go.
Michelle, do you like
81 degrees here.
Michelle? Do you care for avocado? Hi, Fairy.
I never had avocado.
Avocado
Oh.
is brain food.
I
That's like
love
saying you've never
avocado.
had guacamole. How could you not have avocado or guacamole? What the hell?
Never had guacamole or avocado, no.
What the hell?
Avocado is a native word for gator balls.
All
right, I am
Avocado?
getting ready to go pay $1.99 for gas. Not $1.98, excuse me, $1.98 for gas.
Nice.
Where the hell at?
Circle
On an
K is
Indian
doing a
reservation?
30-cent. No, it's Circle K. They're doing a 30-cent. Well, don't forget, I live in Texas. Our average gas price is $2.20 a gallon.
Is that at every Circle K?
No,
No. The
no,
Circle K's
no.
up here is $4, so I don't know what she's talking about.
Oh shit! I pay like $4 or $5 a gallon.
Well, yeah, you guys. I'm right here on the
Chris,
Gulf
I
Coast, so
did not know.
Congratulations.
Chris Bliss just dropped a
That's where they got
surprise.
the
I
oil.
did not know that you're Portuguese. I did not know you are Portuguese. I'm not surprised, I suppose, because you know a lot about the food. Chris Bliss is actually Portuguese.
No,
So wait,
that's
Chris, I gotta
disgusting.
see you pop up. Oh my God, Chris. Okay, so hang on. So when we eat crab, and I can eat it the good Cajun way, all right. But the way you eat it, I know is going to be different. So I pop open the top, right, and I take the lungs out. Most
Double
people, then there's that. Yeah. Oh God, it's going to gross me out to say it, Chris. There's
Wait,
that
do
yellow.
crabs have lungs?
There's
So
that yellow
because
stuff. They
they're
say it's brain matter.
The
They say
mustard?
it's poop. I don't know. The mustard.
Mustard.
Yeah. Please, Chris, tell me you don't eat that. Tell me you don't eat that.
No, I think
Bradley
it's
eats it.
disgusting.
He eats
No,
it.
I
I
think-
guarantee
I think
he eats it. He's
The
Portuguese. They
devil
love it.
fingers, the devil fingers, and the mustard. Blah.
I can't do it. Full-blooded Portuguese. Oh yeah, then you love the
Portuguese from
You know what?
Portugal or
You don't waste a
Portuguese
bit
from
of that-
Brazil? Well, that's a good
You don't-
question. Which Portuguese?
Well,
Doesn't
when
matter.
people say they're Portuguese, isn't it from Portugal?
Great.
They just migrated to,
Brazilians speak Portuguese too.
yeah.
Bom dia.
Galaxy Eye's favorite meat is from Brazil.
What?
I said your favorite meat's from Brazil.
Did
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
know?
sausage.
Did you
Yeah,
guys
especially when it's
know?
sausage.
Before.
This is a statistic I just found out. Did you know that 40% of Brazil is Italian?
Oof.
Immigrants?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome, though,
Which
Chris.
makes
I
sense
respect
because if
the
you
hell
ever
out of
listen
people
to
that do that.
European Portuguese and you listen to Brazilian Portuguese, the Brazilian Portuguese sounds more like Italian, which makes sense why I would understand it better.
Italiano.
Italiano.
Oh, okay.
Hey, mambo,
Mi
mambo,
parli Italiano
Italiano,
è
hey, mambo.
molto brutto.
That means
My
you go to
Italian is
Brazil, you get
terrible.
some
By the
good
way,
knockoff spaghetti.
I'm part Italian.
We love that stuff. It's like, yeah, no, I get, and I watch a lot of cooking shows. I love cooking. That is one of my big passions. And I respect.
well, just make
I
sure
love
remember
people that
if you love
respect
cooking,
food.
someone's going to eat it, right? So you got to have somebody.
Exactly. Well, one
Lot
thing
of
about
bread.
Portuguese that I can say is, and I've fluented
My
myself
mom used
in
to call me
cooking
the garbage
from-
disposal. So where do you think all the
Hey,
food
Bradley.
ends up? Leftovers, family
What's up?
leftovers.
You ever heard of
Michelle, I have
Kentucky
leftovers.
Fried Bacon?
I'm like the cookie monster in the kitchen. Yeah. I'll take it out.
Kentucky Fried Bacon.
I got
I learned how to
leftover.
cook pretty much
I got
from
leftover
Texas
potatoes. I got
down
leftover
to South
this.
America. But I haven't hit Portuguese. But the thing that I love about Portugal cooking or Jamaican cooking, which are the two that I'm really interested in right now, are the way that you all really, truly honor the food that you're using. You use every possible bit of it you can. Like some people, when they make a chicken, like, and I'm guilty. I used to be really guilty of this. When I'd make a chicken, I would throw the carcass away. Right? I'm like, ugh, get rid of that. Get rid of that.
You
Then I
must
make
remember, though,
bone
Gitchy,
broth.
that
Don't yell at me
Brazilian
now. I make bone broth. But I didn't used to.
food is not the same as European Portuguese food. There are some similarities. You got a lot of
right, of course.
seafood in European Portuguese food that had slowly migrated to the Brazilian area. And then the Brazilians just spiced it up with local spices. Yeah.
Wait, what's the question mark about fried bacon? Why wouldn't you fry bacon? How else would you cook bacon?
Deep fried bacon. Yum.
No, like deep fried bacon. With
breading on it like KFC. Yum, 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 yum.
Candy bacon.
I don't know about that. That's just.
I don't know about that. That's
Deep fried bacon, actually, Kentucky Fried Bacon comes from fucking Texas. Actually. It comes from Texas, actually.
We need to, a lot of things come from Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, including our asses. Our asses are much
I'm
bigger
still waiting
than the
for
rest
this
of the
loose
world.
skin. You haven't shown me nothing.
Gidgy, how is the average person's waistline in Texas?
I mean, you got hidden skin flaps somewhere. Let's see them.
I really don't. It was look, I was being over dramatic for fun, you know.
No, it's too late. It's not. I want to see them.
I think I'm one of the few people on the internet that's not trying to get laid off the internet, so I really don't care. I don't get these people that get on the internet want to. It's just very weird to me. I'm sorry.
Down in Texas, they got quesadilla with armadillo meat.
Armadillo meat.
Gidgy, I got a really question since there's something about Texas. Everybody says everything's bigger in Texas. What about the waistlines?
Oh yeah, much bigger, much bigger.
We got
Texas. Michelle,
we inflate everything in Texas.
Michelle, you didn't pay attention yesterday when we were at Walmart. I was showing you that big ass bitch in front of me in the cart that was spilling over both sides of the seats. Come on, they were lined up. There were two of them tracking along, and they were fucking huge.
Fucking ham hocks the sides of beef.
Trump said they were huge.
Did she have cankles?
Who?
It was just a leg and a foot.
You couldn't see that. There weren't feet to see. It was just like a being. Look, God love her.
It might have been a thyroid problem.
Look, if she does, God help her. She needs to go get help. These people, it's out of control. We are normalizing obesity. It is not healthy.
It's inflammation.
No, it's bad. Damn it. I like people. I don't want them to die from something stupid.
Supersize me.
Rusty, don't do that. He just keeps pushing our minds to the side.
It sucks. I don't know. I just don't get it. And I guess because I've been addicted to food, it's so passionate for me, right? That was my turn. You know, I got divorced. I'm like, I'm gonna eat my way back to being happy. And I sure did. 60 pounds later, I was feeling no pain.
Speaking of 60 pounds later, let's get Rusty the cat on camera. Let's go look at the other morbidly obese
talking about 60 pounds.
Talking about supersize me. Michelle's going to bust out Rusty.
Yeah, Marlon Spurlock. There's my supersize
I like that.
Chelsea.
Oh, Michelle, you know what tomorrow is? It's the Ship Channel tour on the boat. It's at 2:30 my time. Do you want to you know what? You want to record it?
What's that?
It's going to be
the Ship Channel.
I'm going to show you the Houston Ship Channel from a boat. Around 3 o'clock tomorrow, so 4 o'clock your time. What are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Nothing. I really don't have anything scheduled. Okay. We don't even have a movie scheduled for tonight.
To remind you, I'm going to send you. I totally forgot to remind you. I planned this tour a while ago. I'll message. We'll talk about it later.
I'm going to make some spaghetti.
Michelle just had spaghetti, and I've been craving it ever since she was talking about it.
I'm gonna put some extra basil in there.
I love watching people eat. I love watching Michelle eat. And if anyone has not seen Michelle eat an orange, we should get an update on the eat an orange, Michelle.
Well, like my mom used to call me. She used to call me the garbage disposal.
After watching you eat that damn potatoes and stuffing the other night, Michelle Marie.
Yeah.
From Thanksgiving, guys, she ate it on camera.
Yeah, and I'm sure she had to use the potty the next day.
No, she was fine. No,
absolutely no negative outcomes to that. It worked out fine.
Michelle,
did you put extra gravy on it all?
Disposal.
Well, tell you what, Ian, if we're gonna be playing movie, I'll probably just play something from Pluto. I'll just play it on the.
What do you want? Can we do a Christmas movie, like a fun one?
Yeah, like Die Hard.
I'll look on Pluto TV and see if I can find one to play up for tonight.
Yeah, Rambo.
And everybody comes so we can actually have a fun movie night.
Yeah, that works out fine. Just go find a movie on Pluto. Or Michelle, maybe you can find something on Roku.
And no one showed up.
Discord movie night.
But it was all silent. Michelle didn't have the audio playing for some reason, so I think that's why
I left as soon as it was silent. I was like, what the hell?
I think it took her a while.
All right, so we got the sound problem figured out this time. Now we got to figure it out.
Iron stomach Delaney. That's it. She is a human vacuum, but she doesn't have. See, here's the thing. This is Michelle's mindset. She had, I kid you not, it was a small container, and it had half of it was stovetop stuffing, the other half was homemade mashed potatoes. All right. She heated this up, and the reason she ate it is the same reason she won't throw away any of those old fucking computers. She cannot stand to waste anything. It's part of her OCD or her spectrum. That is Michelle. She gets upset. Like the flowers that Chris Bliss got her, I guarantee you, she cried when she had to get rid of them. It bothered her. If you all didn't hear her talking about the flowers when they were dying, she got upset. It bothers her inside. It's so beautiful how sensitive she is. But yeah, something as ridiculous as 3-week-old food, which it's not like she needed it. It's not like she didn't have more food. She just ate it because it was there and she wasn't about to throw it away. It's gross, but it's beautiful.
Well, when I saw the flower, it looked like it was long gone. I had no choice but to say, it's done. No. So
I don't know if it's order or just that.
Still want to see that if you haven't.
Also, don't forget that Michelle, when she grew up, everything was so hard to get because of her eyesight. You couldn't just go ahead and go, no, that's okay, it's broken, I'll go grab another one at the store. No, there was no store. Everything had to be recycled, reused, patched, fixed.
My baby.
Or made work.
Michelle's a repurposer. She's like Wally.
She is. Yeah, no, she really is. That's what I mean,
look at if you see the monitor that is being used on the other computer right now, that monitor looks like hell. It's clearly needs to go to the dump. It just does. Okay, and Michelle's like, well, at least it's got a picture on it, so at least I can see what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, you should see our garage.
All right.
I throw away things about her doing.
Cool.
I am too, Chris. I am too. I didn't realize
it until away money and don't even know it.
When I moved out of my last
house. That's upchucking.
When I moved out of my last house, I took 9 U-Haul trucks, just the 1999 ones. I'm trying to make it not sound as horrifying as it is, but I took 9 of those 1999 rental trucks to Goodwill full of clothes. And when I say full of clothes, I mean they were shoved in the attic. They were shoved in the attic of the truck all the way up. I'm not exaggerating here. I cannot express to you how much I am not exaggerating. It was disgusting. I had 4 closets that were absolutely huge. And yeah, I was definitely a hoarder. I wasn't the typical hoarder, but yeah, I definitely was hoarding clothes, purse. I was hoarding clothes, purse, pots, pans, dishes, Waterford crystal, china.
One set of everything.
You should see and get you all the stuff I kept as a kid. When I was a kid, broken electronics, radios, TVs, vacuum tubes, circuit boards.
I get it, Ann. I get it.
Everything. Telephones.
No, I understand myself.
If it looked if it wasn't smashed or broken, I would just salvage the parts out of it for another project.
You know when they open the van on the Johnny 5 movie? That's Michelle.
Yeah.
all the parts.
Yeah, all the parts.
Yeah, that's kind of like my
her couch. Okay, on the back of her couch, she has yeah, I'm real good about that now. Freezer food I used to be so bad about, and I would keep it for like, I'm not going to lie, 9 months to a year. I would, and I'd still cook it. Absolutely. Now, I'm very strict with my freezer. If it's coming up on that 4th or 5th month, it's going to get cooked or we're not using it. I don't fuck with it anymore. I'm too old.
My stuffies sitting on the couch right there, all stretched out. By the way, that pile of laundry in there, I got to sort, and I got to get that done today. And then I got plushies on the couch itself.
Yeah, but like, how old is the oldest plushie on there, Michelle? Listen to this.
The oldest plushie is the one that's on the far right. And it is the big tiger on the bottom. That was when I bought when I was a UConn student.
And how long ago was that?
It used to purr when you would squeeze him, but the mechanism broke, so unfortunately it doesn't purr anymore. But it's just a memory.
She's talking about the tiger that's on the couch, not on the back. She's talking about the tiger on the couch.
That's when it's sitting on the far right seat there.
Where Rusty sleeps. He sleeps right next to it.
Rusty's been sleeping in the middle right next to it. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
I got that cat in 1994. I got that one in 1994.
20 plus years.
Well, I have a book from 1891.
It's 30 years.
So maybe that's why Rusty's so happy with it, because Rusty's 13 years old, and maybe it feels like an old friend.
Yeah.
Since he remembered it when Fame was there. Fame used to
live a long life, Michelle. I do. Even though he's a fat ass, I think he's going to live an old life. Do you really have one from your...
Yeah.
Okay, I
got a feeling Rusty's going to live to at least be 25, 30. I don't think he's going to die young. He's a smart cat. He knows how to stay out of trouble. At least he's not going to become a road pizza anyway.
Exactly. Oh, and I bet that... Okay, now that's different. When you have one, I love that. How old's the picture above your couch, Michelle?
Oh, that's even older. That I got from my parents. That was from a man long ago that gave that to them. That is over 65 years old.
Wow.
See,
it is. It's like a damn museum. She does not get rid of stuff. But I don't feel like it's in a hoarder way with her.
That couch was a leftover from another man that used to have that couch named Michael Gold. That was from another tenant.
Yeah,
and you remember his name.
If it was hoarder, she'd have like piles.
That was my first couch I ever had. This brown couch over here came from another tenant. Like,
one thing I want to make clear about Michelle, I know we always joke about the roaches and how dirty everything is. For the way Michelle's vision and physical limitations are, I feel like she lives a pretty clean life. I really do.
Yeah,
is it something I could live? God, no. No, it grosses me out. I always feel bad when I see it. But for Michelle, it is great. You know, look at her floor. You don't see trash. She's not a 17 diaper mom. She's not a... There's
not things stacked to the ceiling. You can walk around in her apartment.
Right. You don't see
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You don't see.
That's why it's not hoarding.
The biggest
she's
choke
as
point,
clean as she can be with her eyesight and her physical limitations.
The biggest choke point in my whole apartment is the room here. I'm going to show you right now. Let's get this on camera here. Oh man, I'm in the wrong button here. Oh yeah. This is the biggest choke point.
That's true, Fairy.
Right here. You can see it. This is the. There's the area between this desk and that is the biggest, deepest choke point in the apartment. It's only about 2.5 feet wide. That's because this big card table, that's the second part of my desk.
Right.
Because the turntables on it and stuff.
Is that really a landline phone? Oh my god.
Yes, it is, and that's connected to our PBX.
How crazy is it that I've grown up with them, but I haven't seen one in 10 years? I really haven't. I mean, does anyone put a 1 in chat if you have a landline phone? Am I just stupid because I don't have a landline phone?
Yeah, it's a landline phone.
Do you really, Barry? I don't have a landline phone.
And I'll show you it works too. Let me turn up real high.
I do have one. I have a cordless phone.
Yeah, I mean, even if you have the phone, even if it's not like working, you guys, does anyone own a phone?
Yes.
Really?
I have like an old office phone that you can have like party calls on, but I don't think that counts.
No, that counts. Yeah, no, I mean, any kind of thing that you would hold a phone up to your ear, like the actual piece of equipment. I don't care if it's, you know, now
it still has a bunch of old recordings on it from like friends that have passed.
I really want one of the old rotary phones, like a really heavy duty one like they used to make. I would love to have one of those.
See, there's a dial tone right there.
They cost more now.
And
like the I Love Lucy phone.
I can call anyone in the house on this phone because you all have telephone numbers.
Hang on, you got to move the camera.
Yeah, every single phone number, every single room has a phone number.
Oh.
Old school Rolodex?
She still uses the Dewey Disc remote system, so what are you talking about?
I'm a boomer. I don't have a landline. I don't. I haven't had one for probably 10 years.
Do you not know what the Dewey Decimal System
I do not have a landline. I really don't.
I don't think anybody has those anymore.
And don't forget when we had the snow phone hooked up, that was connected to these phones too. So Tiger Kitty just had to pick up phone 22 and it would just ring through to these phone right here in the house. All the phones would ring when you dial 22.
So, I have a question, Michelle. You have another hobby that a lot of these newer people aren't going to know about. And this is kind of what I was leading up to when I saw your phone. Don't you have?
I'm a telephone freak.
You guys know this about Michelle. Who doesn't know this? She is obsessed with telephones. Michelle, do you still have easy access to the last one you got? I think it used to be a serviceman's phone.
My butt set, yeah. That's an old ancient butt set from the 1940s. It's Stan CT brought to me. The only thing wrong with it was the original cord went bad. So what I did was I replaced it with an RJ11 cord on it.
Yeah. Will you show everyone what you're talking about, Michelle? I don't think I don't think a lot of people know. Yeah, this is another quirk about Michelle. While we're talking about how cool she is today. Go ahead, sweetie. While we're talking about how cool she is obsessed with phones. She loves phones. If you walk through her house, she's got phones everywhere. She collects them. She has this service line phone thing she's about to show you. She loves them. They make her so happy. I don't know what it is about telephones, but Michelle I think she just called herself a telephone freak. Never heard of that. But hey, to each their own.
Well, freaking was something you could do to make free phone calls.
Well, it's one of the things that I love about her is she's a fucking telephone freak. I don't know. It's cool.
Orange box, black box.
It's kind of a unique thing.
Bradley, you ever ran a black box?
Oh my God, Grinch! I'm gonna look on Amazon right fucking now.
My buddy Evan used to.
I used to run a red box. If you know what a red box is.
Oh no way! Those are so cool.
Oh, like those things that set out front of the 7-Eleven?
No, not that red box that Jack is.
Oh, never mind.
How about get her the duck phone like they had off Jersey Shore?
The hamburger phone. Oh my God. Oh God. I'm putting this in there.
You ever watch Jersey Shore? They have a duck phone.
Yes, I used to have a football phone too.
Hang on. Oh my God.
The duck one is a quacks.
I had a Nickelodeon and Ren Stimpy phone.
Okay, I found lips. I found.
This is the kind of phone.
Okay, the quarter pounder one's great. I'm getting it for. I'm gonna send. Hang on.
Let me see the backstory.
Itchy's getting McDonald's over here.
Oh,
getting a Royale with cheese.
Okay, you ready for a little story?
Yeah.
Do you know the phone from Green Acres? Albert Wendell Douglas has to go up in the pole to answer when it rang?
Yeah.
Well, that's this.
You have it?
Let me switch over to
you know you're not showing it, right, Michelle?
This is a butt
Okay.
set. Except the only difference was
Wow.
the original modular or original cord with the clips went bad. They say the clips put on a new cord, but for right now, it's got a modular plug on it. So what I
That's like the kind of the cartoon.
So when you would normally be accessing it, this is the phone part. This is the rotary dial part, and you would just dial.
Mm-hmm.
So the
part you listen to is like,
and this is the on and off hook switch on it. This
That's awesome.
doesn't have a monitor mode on it, because it needed about 600 ohm impedance in this thing to keep it from activating the relays. But at the central office, but put a 600 ohm impedance resistor on it. It will let you snooping on the standby battery. So I have a modular plug in it, so I can still use it for testing. So if I want to test my switch, all I can do is I can call my extensions that I'm plugging into. It'll ring. This doesn't have a bell in it, but it can be made to wire up a little neon indicator on it. Maybe put a little flashing light on it. So this is an original 1940s design. And it's kind of cool stand by me this, because I always wanted one of these ever since I was a kid. I saw a phone man with this. I like, yeah, where do you get those? I said, those are so awesome. And the phone guy said, well, I don't know where the company buys them. We get them from Western Electric. This comes from another company. But it's Harris makes them now. But
so
Harris
Solo, I was telling everyone, Michelle has a lot of amazing qualities about her that a lot of people don't know, that we kind of forget to talk about. Michelle is very passionate about telephones. She has several telephones.
Television, and especially radio. She loves radio.
Anything electronic. Basically.
She loves old-time radio, especially old-time radio. And Gaming Fairy likes old-time radio, too. She's into Michelle's into old-time radio comedies. Gaming Fairy did not know of the Internet Archive's collection of old-time radio murder and horror and dramas. So Michelle gave her links to some of those. So now Gaming Fairy, I think, has been listening to some of those, too. From Masterpiece there and other places.
Everything. It has every show that you could possibly think of.
I mean, sure, there's a few missed ones. I mean, for example, I know Michelle would love to find the ones from Brazil, because Brazil had their own stuff, too. It seems to be mostly American and British shows, but I wonder if you can get Brazilian shows.
Hello, doggy.
Yeah.
They have one of my favorites, which is Suspense. The Suspense radio show. Have you ever heard of that one? That was probably one of the more popular old-time radio shows.
No, but have you ever listened to Dimension X or 2000 Plus? Those are two science fiction radio shows.
No, I've never heard of those ones.
The Cisco Kid.
Well, yeah. And The Fugitive also is a radio show, too. And a TV show later on.
I need to look at that website more. Yeah, that rotary phone, though, that you have, that's pretty close. Like, the one that I was specifically talking about looks kind of like a different version of that, like the rotary is just
I mean, it's neat about this butt set is the fact this way that they assembled it. You could easily just assemble this thing to clean it and fix it. I cut the original patina on it. It's just, it's functioning. When I first got it, it didn't work at all. I took this thing apart, and I looked at the wiring on it, and it was like, oh, after testing, I said it was the cord that was the problem, and I was right. The electronics in this is very simple. It's not very hard to understand at all. I still think I think for monitoring, you still need a resistor in there. I think that the on-off switch needs a resistor, so that when the switch is in the open mode, it actually causes a resistor to put it so it can monitor the battery, talk battery circuit. Yeah, I can add a resistor for that loom. It has to be about 1,000 ohms, and then if you do that right, you can actually listening to all the stuff that's going on behind the system when the thing is listening on the standby battery circuit. And of course, when it rings, it's going to get a when the 90 volts comes through for the ringing bell. Yeah. Interesting.
Oh, Piggy Rusty.
Yeah, let's get Rusty over that screen so you can see him.
I've got one of those old projectors, the silent projectors from like the 30s and 40s that makes that ticking sound.
Oh yeah, early telephone systems would have a ringing machine that would use a high voltage that would normally be passed through to the customer. Would also be mirrored back at a slightly lower level to the caller. So you have that or if they use a double cadence ring,
that kind of reminds me of like old listening stations.
Yeah, but what it is you're listening to is the 25 hertz, 20 to 35 hertz tone that would be the ringing oscillations from the AC ring generator, which was part of the. If you watch Connection Museum, that shows how those ring generators were built. They're very fascinating, big honking beasts. And so the Connection Museums in Seattle is really awesome. They also have the last working panel switch in the world on display, which is not the same thing as a step-by-step switch. They also have a crossbar number 3, and I think now they have an electronic digital phone system too on display, a GTX 100 from Northern Telecom as well on the display. And they're all working together just like our phone system. Like when I had the Snow phone connected to our Maryland Legend R7 PBX, so you could call, as I said, dial 22 from Tiger's phone. It would ring all my house phones. And likewise, I could pick up the phone, select an outgoing line, and I could access that trunk, and I could call people too in the Snow phone. Michelle has a lot of fun with that stuff. The problem is that it was competing for the same internet access that everything else was for the show. Yeah, so you couldn't really do a lot because there just wasn't enough data to do everything. So, and then of course, as very commonly happens, pirates are looking for ways to get free phone calls, and somebody saw that Michelle had a PBX and they were packet snuffing, so they decided to try to make phone calls on it. But Michelle keeps the thing tighter than Fort Knox, so you couldn't even access the outgoing lines to call long distance at all. Only person that had access to the special key was Michelle. No one else could use it. Could be calling phone calls out. Well, let's not forget, too, Michelle has a Model 500, and then at her parents' house, she has a Model 300 with dial blink phone, which would be used at the time operator assisted phone calls. Went back in the time of plug and jack switchboards, which Michelle was going to build a plug and jack, but she kind of didn't know where she was going to get the discriminator circuit to prevent crosstalk between extensions with common battery. Now, I'm sort of getting the idea now from looking at this, what they call the ADSL blocking filters. So where you can at least keep the talking part of the call free of the squeaks and squonks and ADSL modems. Let's say, so take a picture of that and sell posting. Now, I think it's interesting though, the fact that Michelle has all this interest. wonder what it'd be like if you could get access to Brazilian telephone technology. Well, that would be as similar as everything else in the 1930s, 40s, Carmen. It's not that different. Either it was either operator assisted or you probably had direct dial. We had operator assisted. We didn't have direct dial. Oh, okay. So yes, we had a switchboard. You call, pick up the phone, and you would just say, numero, and they would say numero, and say, C, FR2 3165, and tapos say un momento, paciencia, and you would connect your call, and you hear that, blap blap, and she would get the ringing sound that you were talking about. And she would run it through a simulator ringer. Yeah. It's called an answer back ringer sound. That's used to let you know the call is connecting and ringing to the extension. Now, did you answer it similar to the Italians and saying pronto? Hello, pronto. Pronto was used more for the Italian side of the Brazilian culture. I don't think we tended to say pronto. Pronto means ready. Yeah. So...
I was back when we had social capital still.
I was back, had social capital still. What does that mean?
You know, like when people just got along.
Yeah. Rio is a pretty interesting place, though. It's one of the 27 states of Brazil, which is was originally the Brazilian capital, but then they moved it to Brasilia in 1960 when they built Brasilia. In the middle of the country, kind of like how Washington, D.C. was, kind of in the middle of the United States when the United States was physically smaller and was just a narrow strip of colonies. That's why it was located in Maryland, because it was in the middle for everybody.
Yep. Rome, Maryland. That's what it was before. It was D.C.
Right. I was giving an old working Singapore TV and an old stock radio. I had to get rid of the TV. Had no room for it. Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
I still got my 25-inch console. It's a more solid state from 1995, but right now it's not being hooked up to anything because it's not doing anything.
I love old school tube TVs.
Yeah, CRT 160
I just hate how big they are.
Mine was one of the last of the console models. Open up
That's
inside.
cool.
There isn't a lot inside it. It's almost like one big. It's really just like a standard tabletop with a big CRT in it and smaller miniature circuit board.
Nice.
I like the old Super Zeniths from the 1960s and early 70s. They had big piles of tubes and other parts in there.
Yeah, that's what we had growing up, was like this big wooden floor model TV that sat on the floor, and then on top of it, my mom put like the TV boxes and decorations and stuff.
Yeah.
We had that all the way up to like.
But the only thing is with those old TVs that you have to deal with is the reality is just like us. They're in a parts age and they need a lot of TLC over the years. You know, parts need to be replaced just like on people. You know, capacitors go bad, especially capacitors. Resistors can go bad too. Then don't forget the big CRT itself. You know, there's not really a readily support of those things being rebuilt anymore. So once your vacuum tube TV tube is gone, well, that's it. Your TV is shot.
Kaput.
Unless like Shingo 60666 says, want to turn it into a dog bed or something.
Yeah, my family skipped the rear projector TVs.
Yeah.
Oh, we got one of those next.
The only cool thing about them is they have a giant magnifying glass in the frontal lens that you can use to like.
That's
it's awesome. You can fry stuff with it.
Oh yeah, the frontal lens was actually created, or a Fresnel lens was created by a man a Frenchman named Originall. It was originally used in lighthouses.
Yep. You're pretty knowledgeable, Michelle.
And it allowed the lighthouse light source to be seriously amplified a lot. So even a small 100-watt light bulb could be thrown, hundreds of miles out to sea.
Yep. It's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. So, gaming fairy, you have a phone in your house, a hardwired old phone?
We don't have it hooked up. I just have a cordless phone from when we used to have it hooked up.
You know what? I'll tell you a secret. There's a technology now that allows you, using Bluetooth, to interface old clunky phones to your smartphone through Bluetooth.
Huh.
So
that sounds sweet.
It's just an adapter that just picks up your Bluetooth signal and it has a phone jack, and then just plug in your favorite phone on. You get a simulated dial tone, and you can call. And when a phone call comes in on your cell phone, it rings your house phone.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a solution to an issue which sometimes people want to keep their old clunkers, but they don't want to be stuck having to keep chasing around a cell phone all the time.
I want to buy all the parts to an old payphone and then hook it up in my backyard to the landline. I think that would be really cool.
That would be really cool.
Oh yeah, the old payphones, the Fortress payphones, and the old American Electric payphones. There are adapters to use them as payphones, so you can still, for example, require a quarter to make a phone call, or a dime, or a nickel. They have this circuit that acknowledges the coin was deposited, then gives you a dial tone. And you can even set it up using your voice over IP service, so that if someone starts dialing a long distance number, it will intercept the call and say, "Please deposit 75 cents for the first minute and 50 cents for each additional minute to complete this call."
That'd be awesome.
So then you have to deposit the 75 cents. Ding, ding, ding. Thank you. Your call will now commence. Good way to stop those people that decide to want to call long distance. And you can set it up so that it would even say, if someone tries to call overseas, it'll say, "Please dial 0 for your assistance from your operator. Thank you." Click. Emergency operator being you. "Hey, Michelle, I need to call Alpha Centauri." Isn't that another planet? "Yeah, I got a friend there." "Well, that's going to cost a lot more than you got in your pocket, kid. That's like over 100 years away." "Can I call my friend in South America?" "Sure. Let's see. Looking at the rates in South America, it's going to cost you about $3 for the first 5 minutes, and about $1.20, $1.10 for each additional minute. Is his daytime rates. You can make a killing. Really, you can make a killing. And I guess who gets to keep all the money? Me. Because all you have to do at the end of the day is open up the coin box, take all the quarters out, put them in my bank account, right?
There you go.
And you just pay the difference in a phone bill, whatever it costed you.
Maybe you get lucky and find some junk silver coins.
Yeah. Absolutely. Those are still worth something today.
Yep. I always check. Every time I go to a store with a Coinstar, I always check it to make sure, because occasionally you'll find an old school silver dime or quarter.
Well, unfortunately, there were payphones in Winston or Torrington that were sitting around for a long time that they looked like they could have worked, but the problem was that somebody trashed them, and they're like, "Does this have a dial tone?" The only problem is the handset cord's missing. Well, yeah. I ain't gonna do me no good. Absolutely. "Hi, Ma. I have a cordless handset in my hand. Can you hear me? Hello? I called you."
Hello?
Oh, I can't hear you, Ma. Hey, I'm broke again. Could you do me a favor, send me a few bucks? All of a sudden, ding, 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 ding. Could come out of the coin return. Gee, thanks, Ma. That's actually kind of reminds me of the story with Bugs Bunny and the Yosemite Sam at the salon. Is that one of those newfangled telephones? Yeah, it's a slot machine, right? It says, insert coin and pull lever. Sounds easy. Drops in the corner. Hi, Ma, I can barely hear you. Hey, I'm broke again. Can you send me some money? All of a sudden, 777. Ding, 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 ding. Thank you, Ma. Oh. It's kind of funny. But I also tend to find those old answering machines kind of fun, like the one I used, the dictaphone the dual phone one I used to have, which was really a Cobra answering machine. It has 2 cassette tapes because you had outgoing message tape, but you would get a certain size length, like 20 seconds, and then you have the incoming tape, which is really just a standard cassette, but they took the leader off, right? So you can play the standard incoming tape on play both on any standard cassette player. And so you can record your custom answering machine message on your favorite, cassette recorder. Say something like, play your favorite rock song. That's how crazy calls became a thing back in the 80s. Yo, leave a message at the tone and I'll get back to you later. Beep! That was what they would do, and they would just play the crazy calls tape through a double cassette machine, and they would record it to the standard outgoing tape on those machines. And likewise, yeah. And then the message going to incoming message tape you could use and play on the regular machine too. So if you want to show somebody the strange message you got, you could just take it out of the machine, pop it into a standard cassette player, and say, see, I told you what that guy said from Vince McMahon saying I won the multi-million-dollar sweepstakes. We've used that a couple times for the police work. Yeah.
I won!
Many, many years ago. All right.
Man.
So, I know that 1963 circuit panel brings it can only mean one thing. Ever since I left Winston, you started dressing up and going out more. Yeah.
Yeah, he's lyrics to a Drake song, but changing from hotline bling to rotary phone bling or whatever.
Ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar.
No, he's singing hotline bling. I know with that hotline bling, that can only mean one thing.
Jammy.
No,
need your love.
I mean, it's just the telephones. It's the telephone history and the technology just amazes me. If you walk into it, there's one guy called Step to Step Bill on YouTube. He has a fully working step-by-step telephone switching office that he built. And it is awesome. In an outbuilding on his property. That's what it looks like, an old converted garage. And it's got a complete phone system. You can call it. It has a museum, everything. It's just like mine, but it's all mechanical dialing. It's totally cool. And you can access it through the telephone fan site. I forget what it's called. But anyway, so if you use Asterisk and you set it up, you can call it and watch listen to your phone call, go through all the steps of going through the selectors to the to the final ringing switch. It's pretty freaking cool. So,
sounds pretty cool.
So,
I think I found the Mickey Mouse song Chris Bliss was talking about once.
I think I found a mixing Crazy Liz was talking about once. What does that mean?
No, I said I think I found the phone that Chris Bliss was talking about wanting, a Mickey Mouse rotary phone.
Oh yeah. Just be aware of one thing, that some of those old phones, especially sold through Verizon, when you stop leasing from them, they would take the guts of the phone out, and you'd have the Mickey Mouse, but no guts inside. American Telephone and Repair told me about that. He said, "Well, I got this guy that basically has this phone, so they stopped renting, and now they have no telephone guts inside. So the first thing we have to do is put all new telephone guts inside this Mickey Mouse phone." I was like,
oh no!
Why would you leave the electronics out of it? That makes no sense. Well, kind of does. The reason is that originally they're saying is we don't want anyone just plugging phones into our network. And then I would lease it from the local phone company, and then they would, because it was a collector's item, they get to keep the phone, but they took all the guts out. So they had American Telephone Repair had to put all the guts back in to make it as Mickey Mouse phone work. And this one had a mechanical bell, but it had touch tone on it. I thought that was kind of weird, but oh well. I'm doing right now. Fine, thank you. I'm just holding on, just doing everyday stuff. Oh my God!
I tried to plug my inverter in to plug my Christmas car lights in, but they burned out again.
Yeah.
What do you mean your Christmas lights burned out again?
The fuse gave out again. The inverter is just it's too much for them.
Oh, for the inverter?
Yeah, I got an inverter in my car, but 750
how many watts are the lights, and how many watts is the inverter?
I think the lights are 150 watts, and the inverter's 750. But it's like they only stay on.
Are they incandescents or are the LEDs?
They're LED.
Okay, so probably you got a surge issue. I mean, what you might want to do is very slowly put a few lights on at a time. How many strings are there?
It's just one string with 20 lights on it. So it's probably surging and then blowing the fuses.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because if they were incandescent bulbs, they would draw as much as 4 to 6 times the rated current. So if you're talking about 150 watts, you're talking about 800 to 900 watt surge. Now, normally a slow blow fuse is going to allow that to start, but since it's a solid state inverter, it's probably gonna need to because you also have to consider, is it a pure sine wave or is it a modified square wave?
I think it's hold on, I'd have to check.
Well, technically the easiest way to check is to use the oscilloscope, but not having that, you could just yeah, it definitely sounds like an inrush issue, and if it's a modified square wave, but this is more for motors than for lights, but there's always going to be inrush currents because of the way those things work. Maybe you might want to try using LED lights instead. Why don't you just go ahead, get some 12-volt Christmas lights and skip the inverter completely. And just go ahead and use a secondary battery connected to a charge isolator so you can keep your Christmas lights instead of running down
just run a second alternator. That's all you got to do.
Oh, you can do that too. If you're going to go through that with a second alternator, that you could do that.
Yep.
Most people ain't going to go through that much work, but if you want to,
yeah, no, it's a modified
square wave. Yeah, those things don't have the kind of backup reserve that they. This is more for the initial inductive AC motors, but for Christmas lights, it shouldn't be a problem. But if those are incandescent LEDs or incandescent strings of light, it would cause the thing to pop the fuse because you're talking about 4 to 6 times the inrush current when the incandescent bulbs turn on. The only way you can really turn that on without blowing the thing up is to basically sequence the thing. It turns some lights on a little bit at a time.
Yeah, Bradley, you just got to build yourself a sync controller. You're all good then.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually say what.
Because I'm going to close out of the panel.
Well, who makes the inverter? Because that's going to give you a clue. I mean, is it a Vector? Is it one of those low cost ones you buy at the say a Tractor Supply store or something?
Usually, yeah, it's a little 750 Potec.
Oh, okay. There you go. That is probably more than likely is a modified square wave.
Yeah, I looked it up. It's definitely modified. It doesn't say if these lights are LED or not, though. So I don't know.
Well, if they're 150 watts, you already know they're not LED. Come on.
Yeah, I think he meant the whole string's 150.
Right. Well, how many lights in the string?
20.
Well, you said 20.
No, that ain't no LED. Those are incandescents. Those are incandescents, honey. Definitely 7 watts. Take the math. 7 watt bulb times 20 bulbs is 140 watts.
Yeah, 7 watts. 7 watt LEDs.
No, 7 watt incandescents. They're not LEDs. Are not 7 watts. Even for Christmas ones.
That's why it's burning the fuse out.
Right, because he's got inrush current coming in at least 4 to 6 times what the running voltage is once the incandescent filaments are warm. That's what it is.
I gotta get some LEDs then.
He needs to go with LEDs, definitely.
Bradley, how about you just show us the string of lights? I'll tell you what they are.
Well, they don't work right now because
Just show me the bulb.
It's too dark. I don't think you can see. Hold on.
Is it a C7 bulb or C9 or G20?
Oh yeah, that's That's not LED. That's not LED.
Those are standard LED. Those are standard incandescents, but they're the midget ones. They're the small little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you probably, I mean, that's what I would say. You got each one of those bulbs. The whole string shouldn't even be using 150 watts. They're probably like 2 watts each. So you figure there's 60 watts. So meaning that his inverter should be able to run it. Yeah.
He keeps blowing the fuse on the on the inverter because he's using too much power or not enough power. I mean,
or maybe the inverter itself can't get enough battery power from your battery of your car. Remember, the inverter itself is going to drain when it first starts up. The battery. So when it first starts, you probably noticed that. You probably put the thing on the battery clamp, you saw a big spark come flying off it, right? That's the giant big capacitors inside that have to charge up. That's a huge number of amps coming in that thing. You could do a soft start using a big giant rheostat or resistor to slowly bring that current up into the capacitors. Yeah, it's called a soft start. But most modern inverters have it. Bigger ones do. Because of the reasons that otherwise it'll blow the fuse going into the inverter. Now, the inverter fuse you're talking about is inside the inverter itself, right? Or is it in the cord?
In the cord.
Okay.
Because I changed it and then they worked again, and then they worked for about 30 seconds and then they blew again.
Yeah. That's definitely just a regular current. So maybe there's something wrong with the inverter circuit, or maybe.
Hey Bradley, what amperage is the fuse? Is it 20? The 30?
Good question. 750 watts, 12 volts plus the quiescent function of the inverter. It probably needs about 10 to 15 amp fuse.
You might be able to get away with putting a 20 in there.
Yeah, but you better be careful not to overheat the inverter's IGBTs either, because otherwise, if he blows those up, his whole inverter is going to be garbage.
It's a 3 amp.
Oh, it's a that's way too small, Bradley. Most likely, it's probably using a 20 amp fuse. Try putting in a 20 amp fuse instead. That sounds about right for a 750 watt inverter.
That'll keep it from frying.
Should.
If you want to try the next step, try a 10 amp fuse. Let's see, that's only going to be 120 watts. But, I mean, that might be fine. At least the lights should be able to stay on. So put a 20 amp fuse, or put a 10 amp fuse in there as the next step.
Yeah, slowly step it up.
Yes.
15 to
but
20
don't
should
go
be perfect.
Do not go any bigger than the 20 amp fuse, though.
Yeah, the 30, you'll definitely catch the wires on fire if you put a 30 in there.
Yeah, definitely it would burn out the IGBTs and that thing, and that's what he doesn't want to do. Because you remember, you can use Ohm's law. Ohm's law says, what is the normal rating for the inverter? 750. Okay, so what's 12 divided by 750? Well, let's see. Just go in my math.
About 78.
Right, so it's about 8. So you figure that's 8 amps. So that's why I said 10 amp is conservative. The lights are not necessarily bunk, but like he said, the problem is he has a 3 amp fuse in that. It's not going to be enough. That's only going to give him about 36 watts of power. And that's not including the quiescent load of the inverter circuit itself.
Yeah, the shit heating up inside.
Well, it's gonna. If the inverter works, it's gonna get warm. There's a fan in the back that cools the IGBTs. So, but at 100, we're talking about per light. We're talking probably close to about 60 watts, realistically. So you're talking about the IGBTs. If they're rated for 750 watts, they're gonna be kind of like a cool cucumber because they're not gonna be really that hot. I mean, you can forget powering a table saw on that, but that's not what you want to run it for anyway. Or most refrigerators won't run on that either. My little one will. Oh yeah, the new one will. The little tiny refrigerator will probably run on 750. So just try putting a 10 amp fuse in there and see if that works.
What's the fuse look like on it, Bradley? Just so I know.
On the inverter, there's 2 of them, and it's they're orange and they're 40. They say 40.
Well, that's 80 then.
That would be 80. That would probably be conservative because of the because they're inrush. Yeah, so you could try putting a bigger fuse than a 20 amp in there, but I would just say stick with a 10 to 20 for given what you're using it for. It should be fine. Remember, your cigarette lighter in your car isn't going to be able to handle more than 10 to 20 amps anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
Unless you're connecting right to the battery post. Are you connecting right to the battery post?
No, it's through the cigarette lighter.
Right. So don't forget that means that your cigarette lighter also has on a fused branch circuit. So it's probably rated for about 15 amps. So I'd say probably just go for just a 10 amp fuse and see if that works fine. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, don't want to overdo it. It's better to be conservative and undersized and oversized, because if it's undersized, it's gonna just pop. If it's oversized, you could have a major good old fashioned conflagration. I don't think you want that. That's almost as bad as somebody putting pennies behind a fuse in a fuse box. Don't want that. It'll destroy your inverter and probably destroy your car.
Heyo.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
Look at this.
Delicious.
How you doing?
I'm so excited.
I'm having turkey and gravy.
Oh, okay. I see that.
Indian
well, no.
Michelle, you ever had
Is
Indian?
that takeout, or was that something you made and just put away in storage?
That's butter chicken and that's
butter chicken.
Oh,
Hell
really?
yeah, butter chicken.
And then this is garlic naan bread. And that's chutney.
Okay.
Naan means bread in Hindi.
And this is some fucking rose petal drink. I don't know.
Probably tastes like an old lady's perfume.
Plain name curry. No, that's his. That's the name of the beverage.
So excited for perfume.
So it's Indian
the butter
food.
chicken. Oh, so good.
It's so good. I'm addicted. It's a problem.
I love Brazilian food. Sorry, I don't know why. I just love Brazilian food to death. Yay.
I don't think I've ever had Brazilian.
Don't lie, you've had Brazilian
Kevin,
before.
get yourself some feijoada.
Shut up.
Basically, what is feijoada? It's like a sausage and black bean kind of stew.
Did he have black beans?
Served with white rice or brown rice. Sometimes put plantains on the side.
Did he have plantains on the side?
Yeah.
I don't think they put black beans in Indian food.
No.
They have beans in India.
It's not Brazilian.
Yeah.
They definitely be putting some curry up in that junk.
Curry for the win.
Could you imagine if curry was fuel for your car? What it would be like for your engine?
Oh, it would reek.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you have your car basically doing the equivalent of super farts.
I was at a convention in 2020, and it was an Indian convention. I forgot what it was all about, but it was almost like every Indian in the whole world was there. And the first night they started cooking, oh my God, the kitchen smells so delicious. And then they invited some of the security guards as we were walking by in and said, "Go ahead and have some." And they made these. They made these fried. I don't know what the peppers were, but if I could find the peppers, they deep fried. They were fucking delicious. It had a little bit of heat and spice to it, but they deep fried them, and I was like, "Man, this tastes amazing with the rice."
It's the spices they use or something. I don't know. It's so good.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Indian curry could be like a 5-alarm fire, depending how spicy you want it.
Curry.
Yeah,
like it's spicy.
They have different spice levels. You can go in there and tell them 1 through 10, and the 10 will literally just be near it. Michelle will make your eyes water. It's crazy.
Yeah, I believe it.
I can't do.
I love spicy.
Could you do it that spicy though? Like all the way? Like
I'm not really into super spicy food. I think that's why I like the Brazilian food, is because it's kind of spicy, but it's not so intense that you're gonna reach out for you're gonna be reaching out for the milk every time you grab a piece of chicken or something. It's not that spicy. It's spicy, but it's not too bad.
I think that's why they sell these drinks, these milk-based drinks, because they know their shit's hot.
Yeah, makes sense. Yes.
Remember when Dave shit himself after eating the
That's because the capsaicin is calmed down by the milk of the drink, which is the milk fat, which cools the capsaicin from the peppers. That is what causes the burning sensation.
This is interesting. It does kind of smell like old lady.
I figured it would.
That's so weird.
It's rose water,
it has like a rose scent. It is old lady.
It's rose water. Come
old
on
lady
now.
perfume, I'm telling you.
Had this You've had it before. You've had it. You already knew.
Rosewater, what do you think?
Smells like oh, there's my cat.
Anybody had rose petal yogurt? It's pretty good.
No problem. Glad you came up and gave me very on the panel. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. I know you didn't get a chance to talk a lot. But don't forget, you and I can always talk on the Discord. I mean, I will eventually be talking on the Discord.
Why's your hair wet?
Tell her to come back.
Why's your hair wet?
My hair's not wet.
It looks wet.
Maybe she took a bath. Maybe she had to cool her head off after she ate that.
I know what she did. She put her head in the horse trough. It's like, oh, this food's too spicy.
So, Gaming Fairy, I hope to talk to you soon again. I'll probably talk to you on the Discord in a little while. I gotta come up with
You dropped out because of all the technology talk.
So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and connect into Pluto TV, and then I'll just play something through Pluto TV in the lounge today. And yes, well, make sure that you can hear the show and stuff.
Hey,
Or she can come back on if she wants.
Hudson
Baby's
Hawk?
more than welcome to come back up if she wants to.
Michelle, play Hudson Hawk.
I don't know what that is. I just gotta find a movie.
How can you not know what Hudson Hawk is?
Well, no, I don't know what Hudson Hawk is.
There you go. Let's see if it's on Pluto, and then you go ahead and stream that movie.
Oh, okay.
We need a Christmas movie, Michelle.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
It's a great Christmas movie.
They do that Christmas movies on Pluto TV.
Rambo.
That's what I'm saying.
Rambo is another
But
great
since
Christmas
I'm
Santa Claus and Christmas lights in the background. I'm telling you, it's a Christmas movie.
Since I've also got Roku as well, I can always stream something from Roku as well.
Roku, but okay.
Wait, what did
I didn't recognize
what did you think?
talking about.
What do you think?
Roku,
Yeah.
Roku,
Let's not bring that up anymore. Hey, shut up.
Why?
Because she'll say it again, and I'll be like, "Oh, my ears!"
I fucking can't.
Let's put it this way, guys. Let's just call what it is. Projection is surprise. I'll find something.
I was about to say, why you got a Bic? But then I was like, oh, yeah.
Well, at least I'll put something on here for you.
At least you're doing it off camera like you're supposed to. Galaxy, you're doing it the right way, off camera like there's...
I'm being nice because I know it's on panel. I'm not going to do anything to Michelle.
Okay.
There's not a cloud in the sky right now, guys.
even though this isn't illegal, and as you can see, I don't do it around my children.
I don't think Showgirls is a Christmas movie. I could be wrong about that, Grinch.
Crossfaded.
Crossfaded on fucking Indian.
All right, guys. So here's the deal.
Alcohol involved.
I need to throw some tequila.
I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to go look and see what I can find, either on Pluto TV or Roku, and put something on in the lounge, so at least that way we can have something to watch. And that way, because that will solve a couple problems at once. Number one, it'll allow me to just basically watch it with the rest of you guys and not have to worry about jumping around and all the busybody things.
Hey, somebody talked John Travolta into doing a Santa Claus movie, because good Lord, I love that commercial.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, comedy, real quick. Her bong sound reminds me, like, what was that sound on Noodles the other night? You kept saying
that
it,
was
and I
his dogs, and it did sound like a water bong. That's why I kept saying, "What? Who's smoking a water bong?"
I thought maybe he dropped his phone in the water, and every time he moved it, I don't know. I was tripping.
No, it was his dogs breathing.
All right, guys. Comedy Flu, you're going to be joining us, Bradley, Comedy, Michelle, over. I'm going to put something put in the lounge for you guys in a little bit.
I need to know what you're playing first.
Yeah.
Make sure.
I don't
make
know.
Sure
I'm going to see what's out there on Roku or on Pluto TV.
All right, here's what you do. You go figure out what's on, then you post it in the Discord, and whoever wants to be there will be there.
There you go.
Why don't you just go on in and just watch and see what it is? I don't know what it's going to be.
I don't like surprises.
Make sure you can actually hear it, though. The last time I came, there was no sound.
All right, well, that's what we're trying to fix here. We're going to make sure that you can hear everything properly this time. That's going to be the surprise if that works. This should.
Yeah, that would help for sure.
There's the surprise. The sound's going to work. Surprise!
All of a sudden.
All right, guys. So I'll talk to you all guys in a little bit, okay?
Bye, Michelle. Thank you for having us. Bye.
Bye, Michelle. See you guys.
All right.
Yeah, leave the panel open.
What? No. Once you guys just go to the lounge, it's already open.
Oh.
The lounge is already open, guys. You can go there right now and talk, just like they do in Fish Tank. You can go right to our lounge, too.
This is making me too lazy to go to the lounge.
I'm already lounging.
I'm lounging, yeah. I'm already lounging.
No, I suppose I can leave it open for today. Just give me a second. I got to change the controls here, okay? Just give me a second here. All right, so here we go. Change it to open. Just make sure, please, Comedy Flow and everyone else here, do not give out the link to anyone else.
Of course, we will not give out the link.
All right.
Absolutely
so
not.
For now, I'll let you guys. I'll just walk away so you guys can go hang out for a bit.
Bye.
Bye,
go check out the movie. Tell me what it is.
Love you, chat.
Love you, Michelle. Bye.
All right,
bye.
Adios.
Yep.
Muchachos.
See you in a bit. Okay, so I do have to go see what we can find. So I'm going to do that. Let me make it easy. Don't forget, we got the convocation coming on 20th. I have to see if my dress works. My dress fits. And shirt fits. Yeah. But I mean, your muchachas have gotten so big over the years. Oh my God. Anyone know how big Michelle's muchachas are? Yeah, big. You had big, nice bumps in 2023. They're going to be bigger and nicer now, and they're nice and squishy. And I know. Okay. So I'll see you guys all in a little bit. So for now, see you around 7. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.
MicheleMarieDalene, I will always be there for you. Michelle, never stop believing in yourself. Go out there and show the world what you can do. Go kick some ass and have a good time doing it. I love both of you so much. I love how far you have come on YouTube.
In the summer's embrace, she finds her way. Twisting and turning, she won't let things sway. With love for the music and fire in her soul, she dances through life, her heart in control. She won't give up, she won't sit down. In her purple dress, she twirls